Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Make sure this is on. How you doing? Good morning. Well, it's morning here, but I've been up since before midnight. Yeah, I fell asleep at like 5 o'clock yesterday evening, my time here in Central Arkansas, and then I was up about 11:30, and then it's just like here we are. How you doing? My name's Brian, and welcome to my channel. As you can see right down here, I'm a poet. And here we are. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in this world you might be at this time. I appreciate you stopping by. How y'all doing this morning? Well, in my neck of the woods, it's cold. It's not as cold as it has been, but it's still cold, and I don't like the cold. That's why I live in the South. Well, I don't like the heat too much either. I'm never satisfied. That's what they say. It reminds me of the that scene from Austin Powers Goldmember when Goldmember's offering Austin Powers, smoking a pancake, bonging the Brits, or whatever. Just never satisfied. Good morning. How's it going? Hi, how you doing, Miss Sunrise Dawn? Glad to have you here. And what are we doing here? Well, what are we doing here? Well, that's a good question. That's a a broad question. It could be existential or not so quite. Let's go on the micro level, not the macro. What are we doing right here, right now? Well, right here, right now, we're about to go on a journey together. And that journey is where I take 6 poems, classic poems, and I plug them into a AI music generator, and you and I explore the results together. So far, so good this week. There's been some highs, definite highs this week, and some weird ones. But overall, it's been good. So far, so good, as they say. In the meantime, please make sure to like on the way in or the way out, whatever tickles your fancy. Make sure you're subscribed and, that jazzy stuff. And everything we do here is done under fair use. I am so delighted that you has decided to spend your lunchtime with me, Millie, my dear. And I hope your foot, it was your foot, right? Foot's feeling better. And I hope everybody listening or watching, whether live here or on the replay crew, will enjoy what they hear, and for a little while, forget all the everything, the happenings out there, because it's going to happen without you or me, most likely. Good morning, my friend. How's it going? Yes, and much love to you. It's always appreciated. And that's what we're about here. We're about appreciation. Appreciation for the interesting things in life. And what's more interesting than seeing something unfold before us and wondering, what are we going to get this time? And that's the magic of what we do here. So, let's get on with the show. What is on the menu for today. Wrong one. Let's go here. Today's selections. The immortal Ralph Waldo Emerson and his poem, Tact. Next, we have George Herbert, Sin. This is a part of something bigger. I'm got to do more investigations on this one, but so far. Next, we have an oldie but goodie and a favorite of mine, Alfred Lord Tennyson. The last one we did by him was phenomenal. I'm wondering what this one's going to do or going to be like. Then we have Robert Graves, the Persian version. Yeah, I like that assonance there. Hey. All right. To continue on with the last part of the show, another Wallace Stevens one. For some reason, I keep myself coming back to this guy, Wallace Stevens, Disillusionment of 10 o'clock. And rounding out the show today, Mr. Claude McKay, Harlem Dancer. So, what do you think, my friends? Are you looking forward to this as much as I am? And good afternoon, you Irish my friend. How's it going? You got here just in time to hear the very first one. Let me see here. Let me pull her up here. Oh, yes, and it happens to be in the right order. So let's go for the first version of Tact by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
What boots it thy virtue? What profit thy parts? While one thing thou lackest, the art of all arts. The only credentials, passport to success, opens castle and parlor, address man, address. The maiden in danger was saved by the swain. His stout arm restored her to Broadway again. The maid would reward him, gay company come. They laugh, she laughs with them. He is moonstruck and done. This clenches the bargain, sails out of the bay, gets the vote in the Senate, spite of Webster and Clay. Has for genius no mercy, for speech is no heed. It lurks in the eye beam, it leaps to its speed. Church, tavern, and market, bed and board it will sway. It has no tomorrow, it ends with today. The maiden in danger was saved by the swain. His stout arm restored her to Broadway again. The maid would reward him, gay company come. They laugh, she laughs with them. He's for speech is no heed. It lurks in the eye beam, it leaps to its deed. Church, tavern, and market, bed and board it will sway. It has no tomorrow, it ends with today.
Well, what a way to start out. Yes, definitely. I like that. You're sounding like you're sounding like a troop of nightingales or whatever they're called. Oh, I hate those. Hopefully you ain't too bad knackered to enjoy that you'll enjoy it. Yes, feel like crap. I can totally understand. Don't know how you do it. I'm still trying to catch up on everything I missed. Well, hey, you weren't the only one. I was asleep. Let's see. Like I said, when I started off here, I went to sleep about 5 o'clock yesterday evening and woke up about 11:30 to midnight, and I've been up since then. So yeah, I've been doing the catching up too. I appreciate it. I'm glad you need this because I need it too. And I really did like that one. It's everybody's fault. All right. Let's see what version 2 of that one has in store for us now, shall we?
What boots it thy virtue? What profit thy parts? While one thing thou lackest, the art of all arts. The only credentials, passport to success, opens castle and parlor, address man, address. The maiden in danger was saved by the swain. His stout arm restored her to Broadway again. The maid would reward him, gay company come. They laugh, she laughs with them. He is moonstruck and dumb. This clenches the bargain, sails out of the bay, gets the vote in the Senate, spite of Webster and Clay. Has for genius no mercy, for speeches no heed. It lurks in the eye beam, it leaps to its deed. Church, tavern, and market, bed and board it will sway. It has no tomorrow. It ends with today. What boots it thy virtue? What profit thy parts, while one thing thou lackest, the art of all arts, the only credentials, passport to success, opens castle and parlor, address man, address.
Both of those were, yes, I liked number one better. It had a better feel. But like the structure of number two, especially how it ended with the very first couple verses and stuff, I like that. It was interesting, but yes, I agree. Number one was better. Number one was better. Don't blame me about being too tired to think. So, that was an interesting start to the show. How's it going, Miss? How's it going, Indigo? How you doing, my friend? So let's go on to our second selection of the program. And that is, let me see here, Sin by George Herbert. Here we go.
Lord, with what care hast thou begirt us round? Parents first season us, then schoolmasters deliver us to laws. They send us bound to rules of reason, holy messengers. Pulpits and Sundays, sorrow dogging sin, affliction sorted, anguish of all sizes. Find nets and stratagems to catch us in. Bibles laid open, millions of surprises, blessings beforehand, ties of gratefulness, the sound of glory ringing in our ears. Without our shame, within our consciences, angels and grace, eternal hopes and fears. Yet all these fences and their hollow array, one cunning bosom, sin blows quite away. begirt us round. Parents first season us, then schoolmasters deliver us to laws. They send us bound to rules of reason, holy messengers, holy messengers, holy messengers, holy messengers, holy messengers, holy messengers, holy messengers.
Well, you have to admit that was interesting, and yeah, that last part, well, that one where he went up and started going, that did hit me kind of halfway too already. X Factor audition, yeah, it sounds like that. Yeah, one thing I've noticed you doing these as much as I've been doing them is I don't know if it's because of, like I said, because the origins of a lot of the stuff that I do, but it seems like a lot of it has the same type of voices, you know. Yeah, but guess what? Well, hey, what's the next one got in store for us? Let's find out now, shall we? Here we go.
Lord, with what care hast thou begirt us round? Parents first season us, then schoolmasters deliver us to laws. They send us bound to rules of reason, holy messengers. Pulpits and Sundays, sorrow dogging sin, affliction sorted, anguish of all sizes, fine nets and stratagems to catch us in. Bibles laid open, millions of surprises, blessings beforehand, ties of gratefulness. The sound of glory ringing in our ears, without our shame, within our consciences, angels and grace, eternal hopes and fears. Yet all these fences in their whole array, one cunning bosom sin blows quite away, blows quite away.
Now that was much better. A lot better. And when she hit the high note at the end of it, that it worked. So yes, definitely second one. You were a prophet there, weren't you now, Pizza? When you said 2 was no good. How's it going this morning, Adrian? Or afternoon? How you doing, my friend? So here we are. Before we go any further, let me go ahead and to remind everybody on your way in or your way out, please hit the like. Make sure you're subscribed. Tell your friends. And tickle that notification bell. And everything I do here and that we listen to is done under fair use. All right. Coming up next. It's good to know. I'm doing as good can be, considering. It's pretty good, I guess. Here we go with our next selection, which is Midnight by Alfred Lord Tennyson himself.
'Tis midnight o'er the dim mare's lonely bosom, dark, dusky, windy, midnight swift are driven. The swelling vapors onward, every blossom bathes its bright petals in the tears of heaven. Imperfect, half-seen objects meet the sight. The other half our fancy must portray. A one dull lengthened sheet of swimming light lies the broad lake, the moon conceals her ray. Sketched faintly by a pale and lurid gleam, shot through the glimmering clouds, the lovely planet is shrouded in obscurity. The scream of owl is silenced, and the rocks of granite rise tall and drearily, while damp and dank hang the thick willows on the reedy bank. Beneath the gurgling eddies slowly creep, blackened by foliage and the glutting wave that saps eternally the cold gray steep, sounds heavily within the hollow cave. All earth is restless from his glossy wing. The heath fowl lifts his head at intervals. Wet, driving, rainy, come the bursting squalls. All nature wears her dun, dead covering. Tempest is gathered, and the brooding storm spreads its black mantle o'er the mountains fall. And mingled with the rising roar is swelling from the far hunter's booth, the bloodhounds yelling. The waterfalls in various cadence chiming, or in one loud unbroken sheet descending. Salute each other through the night's dark wood.
Yet again, one of those, is it going to finish anxiety ones? But yes, I agree. This one needs to be up tempo. Because this is Alfred Lord Tennyson, you know. So, give me an idea. Maybe tomorrow we might try. I might actually, you never know. I'm going to have to tune in for that one. In the meantime, let's see what the second one does. Okay? We just might get our wish. Here we go. Of course not.
'Tis midnight o'er the dim air's lonely bosom, dark, dusky, windy midnight, swift driven, the swelling vapors onward, every blossom bathes its bright petals in the tears of heaven. Imperfect, half-seen objects meet the sight. The other half our fancy must portray. A wan, dull, lengthened sheet of swimming light lies the broad lake. The moon conceals her ray, sketched faintly by a pale and lurid gleam, shot through the glimmering clouds. The lovely planet is shrouded in obscurity. The scream of owl is silenced, and the rocks of granite rise tall and drearily, while damp and dank hang the thick willows on the reedy bank. Beneath the gurgling eddies slowly creep, blackened by foliage and the grutting wave that saps eternally the cold grey steep. Sounds heavily within the hollow cave. All earth is restless from his glossy wing. The heath fowl lifts his head at intervals. Wet, driving, rainy come the bursting squalls. All nature wears her dawn-dead covering. Tempest is gathered and the brooding storm spreads its black mantle o'er the mountains form. And mingled with the rising roar is swelling from the far hunter's booth, the bloodhounds yelling, the waterfalls in various cadence chiming, or in one loud unbroken sheet descending. Salute each other through the night's dark wood. should fade.
And I had hoped that that one would finish till the end. But it was better than the first one. Yeah. The 4/4 timing, it just needed to be a little bit more up tempo. So yes, definitely a rocking out metal version of this one. Have to keep that in mind. So, on with the second part of the show now, shall we? And of course, good morning to you, Miss Kim. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing this morning? Always glad to be here, for you to be here. No problem. Sweet dreams. Hopefully you'll be able to go back to sleep, or maybe we'll keep you up listening. I don't know. Excuse me there. Yeah, I appreciate you showing up at all, Mr. Cricket Cinema. Thank you very much. Don't get me started about the sucking around the internet lately. Of course, that's just my opinion. Now, on with the next one here, we got Robert Graves's The Persian Version. Here we go.
Truth-loving Persians do not dwell upon the trivial skirmish fought near Marathon. As for the Greek theatrical tradition, which represents that summer's expedition, not as a mere reconnaissance in force by 3 brigades of foot and 1 of horse. Their left flank covered by some obsolete light craft detached from the main Persian fleet, but as a grandiose, ill-starred attempt to conquer Greece, they treat it with contempt, and only incidentally refute major Greek claims by stressing what repute the Persian monarch and the Persian nation won by this salutary demonstration. Despite a strong defense and adverse weather, all arms combined magnificently together. Persians do not dwell upon the trivial skirmish fought near Marathon. As for the Greek theatrical tradition, which represents that summer's expedition, not as a mere reconnaissance in force by 3 brigades of foot and 1 of horse. Their left flank covered by some obsolete light craft detached from the main Persian fleet, but as a grandiose, ill-starred attempt to conquer Greece, they treat it with contempt, and only incidentally refute major Greek claims by stressing what repute the Persian monarch and the Persian nation won by the salutary demonstration. Despite a strong defense and adverse weather, all arms combined magnificently together.
Well, who knew we were going to get a history lesson this morning? And also a lesson in perspective. Well, I'm glad Ranger has good taste. How's it going, my friend? Good morning. Good morning, Style Audit. Always nice of you to drop in. How's it going, my dear? So, let's see what the second version of this one has in store for us. The Persian version, version 2. Here we go.
Truth-loving Persians do not dwell upon the trivial skirmish fought near Marathon. As for the Greek theatrical tradition, which represents that summer's expedition, not as a mere reconnaissance in force by 3 brigades of foot and 1 of horse, their left flank covered by some obsolete light craft detached from the main Persian fleet. But as a grandiose, ill-starred attempt to conquer Greece, they treated with contempt and only incidentally refute major Greek claims by stressing what repute the Persian monarch and the Persian nation won by the salutary demonstration. Despite a strong defense and adverse weather, all arms combined magnificently together. Proof not as a mere recognition, not as a mere reconnaissance in force, not as a mere reconnaissance in force, by 3 brigades of foot and well covered by some obsolete light craft detached from the main Persian fleet. But as a grandiose, ill-starred attempt to conquer Greece, they treated with contempt and only incidentally refute major Greek claims by stressing what repute the Persian monarch and the Persian name. But as a grandiose, ill-starred attempt to conquer Greece, they treated with contempt and only incidentally refute major Greek claims by stressing what repute the Persian monarch and the Persian nation. Magnificently together.
Well, I like that little bit of sound effects at the end of the ocean waves. Honestly, too, I like two better. There was a lot of melodrama and stuff. Josh Groban is the guy's name. It kind of like that kind of operatic, big bombastic type of delivery. That's what it reminded me of. That was pretty cool now, wasn't it? Oh, yes. Now, where are we now? Wallace Stevens. I think that's where we are. I hope that's where we are. Disillusionment of 10 o'clock.
Are haunted by white nightgowns. None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. None of them are strange with socks of lace and beaded cintures. People are not going to dream of baboons and periwinkles. Only here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. Oh, every here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. The houses are haunted by white nightgowns. None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. None of them are haunted by white nightgowns. None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. Only here
Well, it's kind of the idea. Being a underground poetical pirate DJ radio show type thing. But I like that. Wallace Stevens, for some reason, Wallace Stevens has never failed to impress. And of course, the man himself, Clearwater Chad. How's it going, my friend? We still got to do that thing on ancient Mesopotamia. I haven't forgotten. I'm joking. It's a running joke, but so what does the second version of this one have in store?
The houses are haunted by white nightgowns. None are green or purple with green rings, or green with yellow rings, or yellow with blue rings. None of them are strange with socks of lace and beaded cinctures. People are not going to dream of baboons and periwinkles. Only here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red wet weather. None of them are strange with socks of lace and beaded cinctures. People are not going to dream of baboons and periwinkles. Only here and there an old sailor, drunk and asleep in his boots, catches tigers in red weather. In red weather.
Interesting. I agree. Number one was better. Yeah, I was about to say a little context. That's cool. So, we've come to our final selection for the program. And that is, if I remember correctly, a gentleman named Claude McKay and a poem of his by the name of The Harlem Dancer. Here we go.
Applauding youths laughed with young prostitutes and watched her perfect half-clothed body sway. Her voice was like the sound of blended flutes blown by black players upon a picnic day. She sang and danced on gracefully and calm, the light gauze hanging loose about her form. To me she seemed a proudly swaying palm, grown lovelier for passing through a storm. Upon her swarthy neck, black shiny curls, luxuriant fell, and tossing coins in praise. The wine-flushed, bold-eyed boys and even the girls devoured her shape with eager, passionate gaze. But looking at her falsely smiling face, I knew herself was not in that strange place. Upon her swarthy neck, black shiny curls, luxuriant fell, and tossing coins in praise. The wine-flushed, bold-eyed boys and even the girls devoured her shape with eager, passionate gaze. But looking at her falsely smiling face, I knew herself was not in that strange place.
Interesting. It wasn't one of those that, I wanted to just like, I can't wait till this is over with. Please stop. But like I say more than once, we'll never know what we're going to get. And that's part of the fun. So let's round out our show with the second version of the Harlem Dancer. Here we go.
Applause. prostitutes and watched her perfect half-clothed body sway. Her voice was like the sound of blended flutes.
Hello? Did I lose you guys? Yeah. Okay, can you hear me? Those that are here, give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. That was weird. It just stopped. Okie dokie. So it wasn't just me. All right, let me mess with this for a second. Okay. Well. Let's adapt and overcome here. Let me open it again and see here.
To me, she seems in prayer.
All right, let's start this one over again.
Applauding youths laughed with young prostitutes and watched her perfect half-clothed body sway. Her voice was like the sound of blended flutes blown by black players upon a picnic day. She sang and danced on gracefully and calm. The light gauze hanging loose about her form. To me she seemed a proudly swaying palm, grown lovelier for passing through a storm. Upon her swarthy neck, black shiny curls, luxuriant fell, and tossing coins in praise. The wine-flushed, bold-eyed boys and even the girls devoured her shape with eager, passionate gaze. But looking at her falsely smiling face, I knew herself was not in that strange place. She sang and danced on gracefully and calm. The light gauze hanging loose about her form. To me she seemed a proudly swaying palm, but looking at her fall.
Now, wasn't that a freaking kicker? It had me so entranced I was forgetting my will it finish it anxiety. Is one of another one. That, yes, definite. Oh, shame. What a wonderful way to end it. Yes. And yeah. Oh, there's a lesson there, ain't there? Isn't the universe lovely? That was good. I like that. I actually love that one. That was a very, very good one, except for at the end, because there wasn't an end. So, as we come to the end of the program, please make sure to like and subscribe, because, as usual, it's a theme with me. I get up so far and then they push me back down again. Oh, poor persecuted poet myself, am I? By the YouTubes. And everything we have done on this program is fair use, and I really, really hope that you have enjoyed today's show, because I have. Yes, typical. Yeah, like the committee meeting when they cut you off. Anyways, thank you very much, my friends, for stopping by and enjoying this hour or so with me. Thank you for being here today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Same time tomorrow. Thanks for breaking up the working day and my homebound time. Bunches of love, you beautiful humans. Yes, bunches of love. You are a delightful human, Millie, my dandelion friend. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Yes, damn. I am so glad you enjoyed it, my friend. We'll talk later. Thank you for enjoying it as much as I have. Tomorrow, yes, same poet time, same poet channel. I don't know. Anyways, tomorrow, something special. Going to do a retrospective of this past week's highlights. Definitely going to do a metal version of that Tennyson one. I want to see it. I'm going to work on that one. And then I got a little story to tell you about the walrus and the carpenter and the weird stuff that Suno spits out sometimes. And then, of course, I have a 3-part metal version of the walrus and the carpenter to share with you. Lewis Carroll himself, one of my faves. So, yes, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Yes, I'm going to review a bunch of them and just the ones that sound good or whatever, just like I did last week. So, and definitely see y'all tomorrow. And I am glad that I have helped y'all out. And of course, as always, I will see y'all around in the chat. Let me know which ones you might want me to hear. Or hey, I've been up too long already. Let me know if you've got any ones you want me to play. And in the meantime, make sure you're liked, subscribed, and all that jazz. And as always, my friends, it's always nice on this journey together that we are on here. And thank you for sticking around to the end. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Bye.